What is going on, guys? We are back with another video, and today we are going to be super buffing Stereo Madness, if you read the title. And I got this idea from Vortrox, just so you know, beforehand, so that I don't get copyright. Like, just so you know, this is not my idea. But I just felt like making my own version of Stereo Extremeness. And I'm already starting off by making this one spike a quadruple spike. That's hard. That's actually really hard. That's easy. And then we have this jump. Very straightforward. So I am going to make it one of those jumps that you see in an extreme demon, where you regret all of your life decisions, and that is going to be this. This looks very impossible. Wait, I'm gonna make it look more impossible. Alright, this looks very impossible. Yeah, it looks very impossible. Because if you do that, you just die. And you might be thinking, Random, you're a nerd. I mean, that is my Geometry Dash account name. I mean, whatever, I'll get to that part sooner or later. I'm just gonna make this a club step monster. Because club step monsters look cool. Actually, no. I'm gonna do something else. Let me just... what should I do? Wait, I have an idea. I have a really good idea. So that I'm not copying Vortrox, I'm gonna come up with my own type of thing. And it's going to be whatever this is. Like, whatever this abomination is. I got that wrong side out. What? I'm actually so brainwashed by Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. But I don't have it, so I can't play it for a video, sadly. Just like how just like how by the time I made a Silk Song video, it was already like out of style. And then it got like 20 views. Alright, this guy's gonna be mad. I'm gonna make him angry. And I'm also gonna do something else. So, since this guy is very mad. Yeah, that guy is very mad. He is, very mad. If I sounded weird there, or if I sound weird right now at all, then maybe you should tell me about it. Because I just pressed 7, and that's like a voice changer thing, so I might sound different. I might have sounded different. I probably fixed it by pressing 7 again. Alright, boom. Now he's extra angry. I'm gonna make him even more mad. Now he's very tough. So, yeah, he's a tough board. Alright. Now I need, okay. How good does this look? This looks ugly. Screw this, I'm making a club step monster. Alright, there we go. And I will be verifying this myself. And I might actually decorate it. myself, and I don't have anyone to help me. That's the only reason I'll do it myself. Is because nobody likes helping me decorate stuff, and I usually decorate myself. Like, I usually decorate by myself. Like, I just prefer decorating by myself and not having a squad of people all helping me. Cause like, I don't want like an army of people following me in Geometry Dash. I just got a crazy idea. It might seem dumb. So if you guys have seen Stereo Extremeness, wait, let me just make sure this is good. That looks so awesome. All right, have you guys seen Stereo Extremeness, where it does like the little wave thing? Or also, it's also in Deadlocked. Well, I was thinking of doing that. So if I just, how do I invert this? Oh, invert. Yeah, I'm taking inspiration. This is not copying, it's being inspired. And then just to make this not look ugly, I'm gonna like polish this up a little bit. And then, alright, that actually looks really good. Now I just need to shrink this down. And shrink the actual blocks instead of making the structure smaller. That's wrong. Alright, now this looks impossible normally in Cube. But, wait, actually I'm going to remove this robot portal and replace it with a cube portal for now. And I'm going to put this here. And this looks like a mini wave structure, right? Nah, I'm doing normal wave. I'm actually doing normal wave. I'm that evil. Now, it'd be more evil if I did that. Alright. Test. I instantly failed. After I finish this, I'm going to do the middle. Alright. I need to lock in. And I need to lock in. Okay, guys, sorry about that. My computer literally just shut down. Time to throw Rotten Tomatoes at the map packs. I literally just installed that. Why do I have 2 stereo buffnesses? Is this the one that? No! Please tell me I didn't lose my progress. No, this is the other one that I was working on earlier that I don't want to work on! Ah, I lost my progress on the wave. I didn't do the wave thing. Sorry for the high-pitched screeching. Okay, so I'm going to rebuild that. And my computer is not going to shut off this time. It's going to be very hard. I'm going to love it. Alright. Okay. Boom. Alright, I gotta select this. Then bring this up. Alright. And then why not? I'll put another club step monster. Just gonna copy paste this guy. And then I'll make his eyes. What should his eyes be colored? Blue eyes. Because blue is my favorite color. Oh, this game is so tough. This game is actually so tough. Alright. How did I do that? I don't know how I did that. Bruh! Why is it so hard? Oop. Oop. Oopsies. How did that happen? No. Oh, this is so hard. This is actually so difficult, and I'm not even done. I got issues. I have issues. I have issues. Wait, let me do this real quick in test mode. I only feel like doing one 4-spike jump. Okay, that's a triple spike. The triple spike now. Now I'm moving the start position over here so that I don't have to do any quadruple spikes. Alright, so what happens if I put this here? Just like a little experiment. It works. Ah, that's easy. I have a lot of room up here. Alright, so I think if I move this up, and then I make this gigantum enormous again, and then I also make this gigantum enormous. Now it's a little bit harder. Wait, let me make sure that fits in the thing. It doesn't. That means I get to move this down. Yay! I get to buff it. And now it's not hard enough. It needs to be harder. I don't approve of this inhumane acting. What? Alright, looks like I'm only making one of them bigger at a time. Ew, it's like collapsing. That's gross. Why is it, that's scale Y, not X? Why is it going up when I do X? That makes no sense. What in the mathematical issues does this game have? Oh, okay. Whenever I put 2, it always makes that sound. I don't know why. Probably because of the freaking hotkey. Okay, how do I make this big? Big. Whenever I press 4, it does that. No! Bro, I have too many sound effects. I literally have too many sound effects. What the frick? Alright. Looks like I'm just gonna settle with bringing these down. Ah, I can see the full thing. Still. Somehow. That is very hard. That's very hard. Just the way I like it. Alright, I'm just regaining my progress that I lost still, kind of. Okay, you know what? It's too evil making this mini. It's too evil making it big. Alright, I'm gonna make it so that you like hold and then it actually does something instead of just making you die. There we go. This makes no sense that you can just do that like that and then the thing. I don't know why or how I speak gibberish so fluently. I'm literally clueless. And I'll just put a bunch of these up here. And this, that, boom. I suck at explaining things. I'm deleting this because it looks ugly. Okay, now this. I'm gonna move. Actually, you know what? Okay, so this might seem dumb, but I'm gonna move this up. But I'm gonna make it so that, where is it? If you go, once you're here, I need to, when I press 1, that plays. I don't know why. There we go. I escaped it. Then this has to be group 1. And I'm just using this selector thing. No. Wait, I'm gonna get copyright. There's still Rotten Tomatoes. I'm just gonna search stereo. Then I'm gonna change this to gibberish. Alright, there we go. That's good. That's perfect. Wait, I died to nothing. The song's fire. Okay, how the heck am I supposed to do this? What the? That's hard. Wait, I'm gonna reduce this to 5. When I press 5, that does it. That does this, and then boom, boom, and then it goes. Whenever I press 5. Alright, this level's turning out to be cool so far. Very hard. That's very loud. I did not realize how loud that is. Okay. Alright, this is very difficult. That makes it even harder. Is that even possible? Wait, I'm moving the start position. Ain't no way. Nah, that isn't possible. Woo! This is hard. You know what? I can super buff this. I can just super buff this. I can just super buff that. That's evil. Wait, the sync actually goes perfectly with this song. Alright, I'm removing this. Actually, no, I'm not removing it. I'm making it like so tiny that you can't even see it. So like if you stand on the platform too long, you just die. Yeah. That's hard. Alright. Da-dun-dun, 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 da-dun-dun. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna like decorate this a little bit. Like this. Boom, like that. And I'm gonna put it in this guy's mouth. So it looks like this guy's eating it. Oh, that's so hard. I'm harder. My volume is very high. I just really like the robot game mode, I feel like. Okay, I have some plans. Number 1, make this hard. Number 2, put some more action. Number 3, actually I don't know what number 3 is, I'm just gonna make this really hard. It goes along with 1 and 2. That spike is so tiny. Like, look at that! Look how small that spike is! Look how small that spike is. What the? What the heck? What the? That's so hard. Like, it's not even funny how hard that is. What the heck? What the? I made a level called Robot Challenge, and I use this really funny. I use this really funny gimmick. I apologize for that sound. I use this really funny gimmick, where basically you go up, and while you're going up, you basically you hit a pad like this, and then it launches you higher than normal. And then there's also a different one, except it's on the floor, but it's way harder to do. And I'm not gonna put that in my level. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I need to lock in. You know, I'm gonna save the 6 spikes for like what's considered the hardest part in Stereo Madness. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'm actually gonna implement that. I'm gonna make it so you have to do this like crazy long gap. It's gonna be like vaulting, taken to new heights. Do you get my pun? If you didn't, then it's fine. Yeah, if you hit the corner of a pad while you're like going up in robot, yeah, it does that. And then I put a 4 spike. It's like a buffer, kind of. Like, it's not that hard, but it's also hard at the same time. Get ready to click. Just so that it's not completely blind. Why is it like doing that weird like V shape? That mini spike is making me mad. Wait, actually, you know what? The mini spike, I'm gonna make it like actually touch down on the floor. That's actually really funny. That is possible to make something that tiny. Yeah, I gotta get ready to click warning. I gotta just spam click this. I'm gonna make it so that like right when you jump over the 4 spikes, which isn't that hard in robot. Like 5 spikes is doable. 6 spikes is just insane. So I'm gonna make it so that if you instantly click and hold for as long as you can, you're able to hit this red orb. So yeah. If I'm not talking a lot, that's because this is really hard to make and concentrate and beat. Because I still have to test it. Alright. Robot. I'm gonna make it start right here. And then one spike in full-size robot. One spike in full-size robot. I'm making that a quadruple spike. And I'm squeezing it in. Which you might think, oh, that's easy. In full-size robot. Well, you're about to see the wrath of me. And the wrath, my terror has begun. Like, I'm actually gonna wreak havoc. I'm going to wreak havoc on this level. I'm wreaking havoc on this level. The age of terror has begun. The age of quadruple spikes. I am the king of quadruple spikes now. I am now the king of quadruple spikes. No. No way that's possible. Okay. That's not too difficult compared to other extreme demons like Cataclysm and Bloodbath and Slaughterhouse and Thinking Space 2. Alright. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put spikes on these two. And you might be thinking, random, that's impossible. Not unless I do one of these. Boom. Yeah. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. It lands you like right on the edge. Ah, the fun lasts so long, doesn't it? Until I trip on a spike and super buff in my sleep. I tripped on a spike in my sleep and then I tripped on a quadruple spike. And then I woke up. No, I'm just kidding. I tripped on a quadruple spike and then I decided I would be the king of quadruple spikes forever. And then I'm now the king of quadruple spikes. And that happened in real life. Not actually, that happened in Geometry Dash. Because I absolutely despise overuse of quadruple spikes. So I decided to start overusing quadruple spikes in every single level I make. And I'm super buffing Stereo Madness now. That's so hard. That's actually so hard. You know what? I'm gonna make this like match up to the grid. Just to make it slightly easier, just to give you like a few pixels of room. This song is fire. Let's go! Let's go! No! I despise quadruple spikes. I love 3D. That's very random. Somebody say my name. It was me! What the? How am I so? Boom. That's hard. This is very hard. This level is so tough. The fact that my character just sits there upon death is very tough. Like, I'm tough, you're tough, everyone's tough. I'm blowing up my speakers, so I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm going to stop. If I still sound weird, then if I sound weird at all, then tell me in the comments. You know, I'm gonna expand this platform a little bit. Then I'm gonna put another like rod thing. Usually I'm lazy when I super buff levels. Like buff processing is a level I made. It's pretty much impossible. It took me like over 2,000 in attempts to verify, and the super buffing part isn't that long. Like the part where I actually made it harder isn't that long, but it's very hard. Like the 30% of the level that I super buffed is the hardest 30% of all Geometry Dash. But RobTop doesn't see any of my levels because I don't send them to moderators, and the moderators won't send them. And even if I did, the moderators wouldn't send them to RobTop because all of them suck. And this is very hard. Like, why is this level so insanely painfully difficult? No, I'm actually gonna crash out. I'm squeezing in one of the spikes, I don't care. I'm squeezing in the spikes a little more. Because I'm terrible at Geometry Dash. I'm actually squeezing in the spikes. Thinking space too. Nope. The song Gibberish is fire. And if it's copyright, and if that's also copyright, I'm actually just replacing it with Hall of the Mountain King. Like on the YouTube audio thing, where you can like replace the audio if it's copyright. That's so hard. Boom. 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 No! Best run, 8.38 to 15.76%. No! Bro. I'm gonna be bloodbath by the time I verify this, honestly. And if you're wondering what happened to my other level, the Forest Spikes, I'm taking a short break. And by short break, I mean 1 day. And tomorrow I will be back on the grind. My Geometry Dash videos aren't that popular, but I enjoy it. No way! No way! No way! No freaking what? It's actually possible. I'm gonna give you a slight break, and then instantly into the terror of impossibleness. It's not actually gonna be impossible though, because if you go to extra, no touch. No, these two don't do anything. I'm gonna remove these and replace it with these. Something that's exactly in stereo extremeness, and I love it. That's why I put that in. And then right after that, I'm gonna make it go back into cube, because I feel like we've been in robot for a while. And I'm gonna do mini cube. I'm gonna make sure this is possible by taking the start position and bringing it all the way back. Because I don't feel like doing that crazy sequence of frame perfects. It's not all frame perfects, but it's hard. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move this mini portal and I'm gonna put it right here. Boom, boom. It's possible. And then I'm gonna stop the mini-ness right here. Rest of the levels probably aren't gonna have audio. Let me see. Does it just end? Bro, it just literally just ends. I just heard a noise. Can't tell if it was real life or in-game. Alright. I'm putting a mirror portal. it doesn't do anything in the editor. Alright. You know, I'm gonna put arrows so that it isn't just purely memory. Because I despise memory. Alright. I'm gonna make it look like this, like, tube thing on the back. Alright. Boom. 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 And then this just makes it 10 times harder. And I'm gonna put double spike right here. And then obviously this is impossible. So I'm just gonna put 8 blocks so that you can hit your head. Just like right there. And the double spike is actually in Slaughterhouse. Wait, I just got a good idea. I'm gonna do multi-activate. That's hard. That's like a crazy spam. That's crazy. If any of y'all are gonna be are able to beat this, then you're truly a legend at Geometry Dash. Alright. I know it must be done. I'm kind of buffing this and kind of nerfing it. At the same time, I'm gonna make it so that there's a chance that you hit a yellow one and a chance that you hit the pink one. That's hard. Actually, I think it just automates the yellow. The pink is to give it a little effect, I think. I think the pink just gives it the effect. Nah, it's random. It's actually like randomized. It's cool. I like that. I'm actually using the arrow key now. I'm actually using my arrow key now. And I'm gonna start alternate spamming. It's Zoink strategy. Oops, I pressed Q by accident. Which is the start position switcher. That's insanely difficult. I'm clicking at like 25 miles per hour. Alright. And then it goes back to normal. Actually, I'm gonna make everything normal again, like none of that ever happened. Alright, so now this thing has a tube attachment, kind of. I'm gonna make it look more like a tube coming out. And then, okay, I have a silly idea. I'm gonna make it go back into robot, like right here, because there's a lot more stuff that you can do with in robot. Do 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 do. Okay. Alright, that's hard. This is hard. This is hard. That's unfair that I died there. That kind of rhymed. Yeah, there's just a lot more that you can do in robot. So that's what I'm gonna do. Super buff. And then I'm gonna put this as a triple spike. The triple spike now! And then I'm gonna make it so you can't hold too much. So you have to like hold a lot, but not too much. Wait, this actually looks impossible. Editor mode just, the fact that it isn't like automatically, they like retry in editor mode just makes it so cooked and annoying. Like whenever I'm in, from now on, whenever I'm in the editor, I'm gonna do something nasty. Nah, bruh. I'll be able to see which spike I landed on, because I have like a mod that allows me to see that. It's not the editor trail one, it's like the one where it makes you like stop like that. It's like over here somewhere. Yeah, no death effect. So I don't disappear or die. And then I also selected don't explode. It helps a lot. Especially with testing levels. Not hacking, I swear. It doesn't give me that much of an advantage when playing levels, though. It only gives me an advantage when making levels. Because I don't have to do the trashy editor. Just to see where I died. Bro! I'm making these medium spikes. Cortisol spikes. What? I didn't say anything. Alright, medium spikes. That's so much easier. Alright, so the middle spike. So I'm just gonna take one of these, put it right here, turn off multi-activate, and boom. Let's go! Then it goes big again. But I think I'm actually gonna move all these shenanigans over here, and I'm gonna take away that. Actually, I could have just taken away the cube portal, because I actually want to keep it in robot for even longer, because there's so many more possibilities. Like this, for example. If it was cube, this would be near impossible to like do and enjoy. Robot is actually pretty underrated. I never thought I would be saying that, because I used to despise Robot because it was in Geometrical Dominator. And Geometrical Dominator is actually the worst level to ever be created. Am I just mad that I suck at memory? Yes. But do I have a point? Also yes. And I'm moving this over here just to make this really hard. And then I'm also gonna put a spike here. Yep. I'm evil. I'm evil. Didn't play the first time. I literally didn't play it the first time. This is hard. This is hard. Trust me. Now, what should I do here? I wonder, what would make this really, really difficult? I know. I'm doing something evil. I'm doing something very, very evil. I'm doing the slower version I'm doing this slower, but I'm doing the easy version of the slaughterhouse wave. Yes, you heard that right. I'm doing the easy version of the slaughterhouse wave. And I'm just gonna litter D blocks everywhere. And by litter D blocks everywhere, I mean make it so that you can slide, so that it isn't the hardest thing to ever accomplish of all Geometry Dash. Like, I want this to be playable, especially by me, because I'm verifying it. And then I'll start grinding on this level after I beat the one that I'm currently doing. The 4 spikes. If you haven't seen those videos, you should go check those out. They're actually pretty cool. Earlier I uploaded a YouTube short. I don't know how many views it's gotten. I check and it has like 20,000. Imagine I have like 250 subscribers next time I check. Okay, next time I check I'm gonna have 250 subscribers. So I'm gonna have more than 250 subscribers, so I'm just never gonna check until I feel like I've uploaded a ton of videos. And I feel like they've all gotten a ton of likes and views. That's hard! This is so hard! Why is this level so hard? Why did I make this the hardest thing of all time? Problem was in my mind. That was off sync. Very. Alright, let me test this. This is so hard. What? I didn't realize how hard this is. You know what? I'm moving this over here. Just so that it isn't the hardest thing to ever accomplish. Like, I don't want this to be like an extreme demon. Like, I'm not Vortrox. I can't verify something that hard. I mean, maybe I am good. I don't really think I'm that good at. I'm decent. I've beaten like 2 extreme demons. I think it was Red World and Misty Mountains I beat. I've gotten pretty good progress on Bloodbath. Like, Bloodbath is definitely the next extreme demon I'm gonna beat. Unless this level is an extreme demon. Because it's some things that are like most demons have. I don't think this level will even get rated though. Because like Rodtop doesn't see a single level I make. And he hasn't rated any levels recently. Last time he rated a few levels was like yesterday. Like a few demons came out yesterday. Like 2 or 3. But like I think like 8 levels got rated yesterday. They weren't anything I knew about. But I have like a notifications mod. So I see whenever a level gets rated. I usually play it. If a level gets rated right now, I'm not gonna play it. Unless it's my level. But none of my levels have more than 200 downloads. Like the most downloads one of my levels has is like 133. Less than the amount of subscribers I have, somehow. Because I barely have any. I have like 138 last time I checked. But again, I could be wrong. That short could have blown up, and I could have 10 million subscribers from one YouTube short, and then all of my videos could have 500,000 views minimum, and then everyone would have a great time, including definitely myself. And I would finally be able to like actually make better content. Because I know who my viewers are, and I know that I have a lot of viewers, and that I could just keep doing what I'm doing, and then I could just keep uploading and then I could just keep uploading skeletal shenanigans and over and over, and then everything would be good. And then I could just copy the video over 25,000 times, and then I would have more subscribers than Mr. Beast, according to my calculations. My calculations probably are wrong, but they aren't. All right, let's go. Let's go. This is how I die. This is how I died. I can just end it there. I'm ending it there. I'm ending it there.